Taking a look today at Ford C4 transmission as installed in a Mustang II with the V8. I want to point out in this Mustang II installation the bell housing is different. It's unusually small, as is the Flexplate and the torque converter behind it, smaller in diameter. The bolt pattern to the engine, of course, is the same, but the bell shape of it is kind of shrink wrapped around the smaller torque converter. The starter is closer to the crankshaft center line, and there's more ground clearance here owing to the smaller diameter of the Flexplate. The Flexplate has only 141 starter teeth. On sites like JAGS or Summit or some of your eBay sites, you'll see 157 tooth Flexplate shown as being applicable to a V8 Mustang II, but that is not correct. Although the transmission behind the bell housing is fairly standard, the Mustang II bell housing, Flexplate, and torque converter are different. It's this unusually small design. So I've taken off the Flexplate and I'm trying to get a measurement of the diameter between the Flexplate mounting studs. I've lined this up. I've got the one centered on that stud. Now people say this is 9 3/8 diameter. I don't know. To me it looks like somewhere between, it looks a lot closer to 9 1/4 diameter, but it's certainly not 9 1/2, and it's certainly not 10. Maybe it's some metric number that doesn't convert that precisely. So yeah, I wish it lined up on an exact number, but it doesn't seem to. I'll also point out it was nice of them to include a torque converter drain plug. You don't see that all the time. I'll also point out this has the offset weight. The early V8s, as came in the Mustang IIs, had I believe it's a 28-ounce-inch offset weight or imbalance. And the later V8s, the roller motors, I believe have a 50-ounce-inch imbalance. So to use the Mustang II Flexplate torque converter bell housing on a roller motor, you'd have to, if I'm looking at this right, double the size of this weight nearly. And there's not a lot of room in here to do so. I haven't done it. I've heard of guys doing it. But something to watch out for. This offset weight is sized for the early V8s. Lastly, and not surprisingly, this tin cover or block plate, whatever we want to call it, is unique to the Mustang II. Again, at the top, the bolt pattern to the engine is the same, but the starter circle is in, and it's smaller here. And I believe even the inspection cover, which I don't have, is unique to Mustang II. So once again, many unique smaller components in the Mustang II Flexplate torque converter bell housing system. Thanks, and be sure to watch my other videos.